All right, everybody, and welcome to another edition of After Hours with Jon Francois. I'm your host, Jon Francois, and it seems like the mic just wants to back up away from me, like my mouth is some kind of living herpes. So forgive me if I just seem a little bit weird or off key tonight. So I'll just fix up the mic a little bit right here. But yes, oh my God, had last week off because of Thanksgiving. Hope you guys enjoyed your holiday very much. I know I kind of did. Yeah, the break is 5. It's a 5 day long break, which is great. If you're coming from the public school system where you only have a 4 day long break, always love to have that extra day where you just do nothing. It's just bedazzling with procrastination, don't you think? Wednesday for me, last Wednesday, I like literally got up, ate some breakfast around like 9 or 10 in the morning, I think, and I don't recall getting some actual work done until like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, which is pretty late considering that daylight saving time is finished and it gets dark around that time. I've made a vow to myself, you know what? I have an 8-page jazz paper that's going to be due on December 14th, which is like a million miles away, it seems, but before you know it, it will be here. And I have like at the time I had about like 3 pages so far, and I was trying to get up to 4, and I got to like 4 1/4, which is not exactly the full 4, but it's something, you know what I mean? It's something. So shouts out to Wikipedia and the books that I'm using as sources, and just me listening to some jazzy stuff on YouTube, and also me partially screaming at my brother and sister to just shut the hell up and eat their Popeyes alone in a room somewhere while I focus on jazz, jazz, jazz. So yeah, that's pretty much the height of what I got done on that particular Wednesday. Thursday, I did nothing because, hey, it's Thanksgiving. Woke up to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. You know, in the past, I would eagerly watch the parade from the start. It would run from 9 a.m. to 12 in the afternoon on Thursday morning, and I'd kind of be like, oh my God, I want to see the balloons, I want to see the floats, I want to see this, I want to see that, because, you know, it's the Thanksgiving spirit. But what I noticed about the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and I believe I mentioned this last year, is that it is just bedazzled with commercialism. Using that word again, bedazzled. So I think I'll use another word because bedazzled is just getting old on me. It's fluff with commercialism, meaning that instead of actually giving you a parade for 3 hours with balloons and marching bands and the like, they tend to overdo it with commercials promoting upcoming Christmas specials, stars popping in from the seats, people who are watching the parade up close on TV. Well, you know how when you see on TV there's like a lot of people watching the parade in person. It just so happens that, oh my God, Giancarlo Esposito, man, where did you pop out in this sea of average people? It just so happens that Giancarlo Esposito is in a new upcoming hit drama for NBC starting this December. It's called Revolution. And Giancarlo Esposito, for those of you who don't know, if you ever watched Breaking Bad, great show on AMC, he played that Spanish meth dealer that the main character Walter, played by Bryan Cranston, was dealing with. Great job, and he should have deserved an Emmy, and I think he got an Emmy nomination, but anyway, yeah, I mean, just stars popping up in the crowd promoting their shows, and then of course you have the first hour peppered with short performances of upcoming Broadway musicals or musicals that are already on Broadway. So yeah, it's just a big commercial fest. It's not, you don't really get to the balloons and the marching bands till like the second or third hour, and of course they all wrap it up with the whole Santa Claus coming to town. He's coming in on his sleigh and yada yada yada. And of course I get aggravated because it's like I'm not ready to be in the Christmas spirit till like a week before Christmas, whereas most people, like the minute Thanksgiving is over on midnight Friday, it's like, oh my God, Black Friday, Christmas shopping, Christmas sales, Walmart! It's just freaking annoying. Speaking of Black Friday, I work at Bath and Body Works in Buckland Hills Mall up over there in Manchester, Connecticut. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. Yeah, it's a very fragrance heavy store, so for a guy like me, it can be difficult to actually give a crap about what they're selling. But shouts out to my friend Monique, who goes here to Eastern, for recommending me for that job, since she's been working there since like May, and you have to do like a +1 thing because they really need people to work for the holidays. Yeah, I mean, Black Friday was probably the most important day of the season for Bath and Body Works, and it wasn't so bad for me because I came in at from 4 to 10 p.m., where like the Black Friday crowd is dying down a little bit. I mean, you still have people coming in, but it's not as urgent and chaotic as it is when the store opens at midnight and you go into the early morning hours. At first, I had 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., which I thought was going to be great because I don't know. I just thought that people were sane enough to actually sleep in as late as possible, on the day after Thanksgiving, since you're like so like buffed up and tired from eating all that food. Apparently not. Apparently, people will do anything to get that ultimate Black Friday sale. If it means losing a lot of sleep and possibly tasing someone to death, it's whatever. As long as you get that damn Black Friday sale, you'll do whatever you can. So luckily, I was let off easy since I'm a new hire. I got the hours where it wasn't as chaotic. A little bit of a long shift for me, but whatever. You get paid. That's all that matters. And Thursday, of course, yeah, just kind of rewinding back a little bit. I ate some great food with the family. That was great. Yeah, I mean, just rice, lasagna, corn and cheese, which is just this great thing that my aunt and mom make. They kind of switch off on it, like, each year. It's basically, you cook corn up and you like put melted cheese on it. Well, not literally like melted sliced cheese, but kind of like the cheese that you could melt, but make it into a sauce. So in a way, it's cheese sauce. Imagine the cheese sauce on a Big Mac. That's kind of what the cheese on the corn and cheese is like. It's amazing. Yeah, just dessert. We had I think pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie was great. Visited my grandmother at her place where she's kind of in a retirement healing mode ever since she got that stroke. Yeah, they had like a Thanksgiving feast there, so that was great to do. And yeah, Saturday. Yeah, I believe Saturday I had to work again. But the big highlight of that Saturday was seeing the movie Life of Pi, which is based on a book that my sister read. She was very looking forward to seeing that movie. Life of Pi, for those of you who don't know, it's basically a story about a kid, an Indian kid, who is about to go on ship with his family heading toward America by sea. And all of a sudden, like this big storm destroys a ship, and this kid is just stranded, somewhere in the middle of the ocean for a couple of days. His family is gone, and it just shows him like with all these animals because his family like owned a zoo. It shows him with all these animals in the ocean, him trying to survive, and before you know it, he's just trying to bond with a tiger, sharing food with a tiger, doing anything, to survive until he gets on land. And it turns out, like all in the end, that the animals were just symbols of his actual family. I mean, which was kind of retarded to me. It would have been great if he actually uh, tried to survive with wild animals, but whatever. It was a good movie. I liked it. I enjoyed it. We saw that Saturday night, and then Sunday I left like really mad early to come over here for a long rehearsal for The Last Days of Judas Iscariot, which is a show I've been doing here at the theater department. Mentioned it many times before. It's the reason why I'm doing this show late tonight once again. The show is opening up tomorrow, or actually today, since it's technically Thursday morning. So later on tonight. Very excited about that. The family should be coming in Saturday. So yeah, I mean, lots of things happening for me. So on that note, I'm going to take a little breaky, get to some music, and then when we come back, of course, I'm going to talk about the 21st birthday celebration. Hello, which I thought was never going to happen. Turned 21 the other day, so yay. Doesn't feel like anything, but doesn't anything not feel like anything, if that makes any sense. All right, 860-456-2164 if you guys want to request anything, if you're still up with nothing left to do but listen to my sad, pathetic voice. Or facebook.com/AFRA91. Feel free to post anything there as far as what you want to hear if you're my Facebook friend. If not, then get up on that. I already gave you the link, sucker. All right, I'm gonna actually play some push music. This is something that I don't do often because I just don't care about it. But hey, the head radio people, the student station managers have urged me to through an email. So I thought, why not cave in? Especially since I didn't take any time to like really put on a playlist online since I've been so busy with the show. This thing is called American Beauties. American Beauties is the name of the artist. Too Worn to Mend is the name of the album. I'll just hold it up right here. Maybe you've seen it before. Maybe you've not seen it before. Probably not because it's new indie country music, which means basically you've never heard of these people and you could care less. Yeah, I'll play the first song on their album, Too Worn to Mend. The song is entitled Snowblind. So Snowblind by American Beauties from their album Too Worn to Mend. It's After Hours, everybody. We'll be right back. Cue the awkward pause as I try to play this music.